talk about that now with Haisam Hassanein, Adjunct Fellow at the Foundation for the Defence of Democracies. Thanks for being with us, Haisam. Now, Raisi says it's time to revive relations between the two countries. Do they feel the same way in Cairo?
Thanks for having me, Laura. Let's be clear. Any kind of normalization between Cairo and Tehran doesn't mean the elimination or resolution of all disputes between the two sides. It's just a pragmatic cooperation to pursue shared interests in the region. And as for Cairo, there are three considerations when it comes to dealing with Iran at the moment: energy, economy, and security. Economically, Cairo seeks to increase the sales of its goods to the Iranian market, the expansion of Iranian religious tourism to the country. Egypt has many Shia sites in Cairo or even in southern Sinai. And we saw last March, Egypt announced easing visa entry requirements for Iranian tourists. And Egypt is also interested in participating in the reconstruction of Syria and Iraq, which are within the Iranian sphere of influence. Energy-wise, also, Egypt is interested in having Iran assistance to utilize Lebanon and Syria for cooperation on gas production in the East Mediterranean. Obviously, Egypt wants to ensure such cooperation is protected from Hezbollah intervention. And also, Cairo is interested in buying Iranian oil through Iraq if U.S. sanctions are lifted. Lastly, security-wise, freedom of navigation in the Red Sea and prevention of hostile activities by the Houthis in the Bab el-Mandab Strait is very important for Cairo, because if anything wrong goes, it will affect the Suez Canal, which is a significant source of foreign currency income to the Egyptian government. Obviously, also curtailing the Iranian meddling in Sinai and the Gaza Strip. Reports last year indicated that Egypt warned Iran from targeting Israeli tourists in Sinai. And lastly, preventing the Gaza Strip from becoming an Iranian base against Israel. Iran has a growing influence inside the Strip, and Egypt want to make sure that they can coordinate with the Iranians when it comes to the security situation there, to prevent the spread of terrorism in Sinai, and also to prevent any escalation against Israel.
It is a pretty complex relationship, isn't it, Haisam? Just briefly, what is the view in Cairo, would you say, about the comments from Mohammed bin Salman last night about that normalization with Israel?
In general, Cairo has been very uncomfortable with the normalization deals between the wave, let's call it this way, the wave of normalization deals between Israel and Arab states since the Abraham Accords, simply because this makes Cairo feel it's no longer the only game in town. One, it diminishes its role as the main Arab negotiator with the Jewish state, which Cairo played for decades. Two, it's coming at the expense of the Palestinian issue, which was a diplomatic card utilized by Egypt for decades in Western capitals to show its regional relevance. Lastly, Arab states who so far normalized with Israel are embarrassing Egypt because they are doing it in a more sophisticated way. You know, people-to-people interactions are allowed, mutual diplomatic visits are taking place periodically, and tolerance toward Jews and Judaism as a religion in the past few years in the Arab capitals that normalize is exceeded what Cairo did in the last 4 years.
Haisam, great stuff. Thank you very much indeed. Haisam Hassanein there.